When in crisis, our natural instinct is to turn to our loved ones. The world has not seen a crisis bigger than the coronavirus pandemic in recent times. And in the last few months, this crisis has brought many of us closer to our families, our friends, and even our colleagues. In Iraq, the pandemic has brought the people closer to their faith. Take a look at this next report.
These people in the Iraqi city of Karbala are mourning Hussein. The grandson of Prophet Muhammad was killed in the 7th century. Every year since, Shiite Muslims observe a 40-day grieving period for Hussein. Thousands of people visit Imam Hussein's resting place here. This glittering city of Karbala is eclipsed by echoes of cries. Mourners pour out their heavy heart in front of the mausoleum's gates. This is an annual catharsis for a country plagued by grief. One whose history has showered its people with grief. If in the 1980s it was the war with Iran, in the 1990s the country was crippled by US sanctions. America invaded them in 2003. Soon, dictator Saddam Hussein was hunted and killed. When his statue fell to the ground in April 2003, a sense of hope rose in the hearts of the Iraqis. They dreamt of a new beginning, a happy beginning. But history had other plans for Iraq. The country was soon engulfed in sectarian infighting. The Islamic State added to their sorrow. The country lost it all: its infrastructure, healthcare, education. The only thing that remained was their faith. It stayed with them through the rare highs and daily lows. Every year when Iraqis flocked to Karbala, they carried with them a heart full of worries and grief.
They ask us, why do you cry? If Imam Hussein was killed 1400 years ago, they ask us, isn't that enough crying? When someone dies, their relatives cry for 1 day, 1 week, 10 days or a year, and then they get bored. But the cause of Imam Hussein, the love in the hearts of believers, never dies down. Every year, every catastrophe, every martyrdom, we renew our vow to him. We say we are committed to this pledge in performing our rituals.
While this commitment instilled a sense of hope in many Iraqis, a lot of them started leaning on other emotional crutches. In 2018, only 30% of Iraqis said they were attending Friday prayers. 13% identified themselves as not religious. Only 40% said they trusted their religious leaders as great or moderate. 2 years on, these numbers from the Arab Barometer seem irrelevant. As Iraq lost 8,000 of its loved ones to the Wuhan virus, faith quietly made its way back to the hearts of Iraqis. This crowd in Karbala is proof.
Anyone who lost someone close to them, their father or their mother, when they remember the ordeal of Imam Hussein and its greatness and enormity, they also commemorate their family members, the martyrs, and their own departed, their mothers, fathers, and grandparents.
The holy month of grieving this year is very different. Despite the ban on large gatherings, tens of thousands are attending the Ashura rituals. With masks, disinfectants, and temperature checks, Iraq is once again leaning on religion. Iraq is turning to faith for consolation. Bureau Report, WION World is One.